Welcome back to Music Monday, Song 86, Downpour. This is my channel. I've been absent for a while. And on this channel, we normally talk about music. But sometimes we do other things, like Thoughts on Thursday, that I don't do anymore. And I added another segment called Conversations with Milton, my cat, just for a little something else, a little bit of humor, a little... He's right here. You may have seen him walk in, maybe. Anyways, I am sorry that I have been absent for so long. I got the flu really bad in the beginning of December, and that lasted a while. It's like I was sick in October, just not too long before that, that lasted a while. And then I was out, from recording then, and then I got the flu, which was awful. And they were doing construction in our place, replacing piping. Um, January is kind of a big birthday month. My birthday, my husband's birthday, my sister's birthday, one of my best friend's birthdays. Like literally every weekend there's a birthday. And I usually record on the weekend on Sundays. So, yeah, I am so sorry that I have been just out of it and unavailable to you. But I appreciate your patience as always. And I thank you to those of you who are new followers. I actually got a lot of views on Milton's little conversations with Milton, and a lot of views, and I think 3 or 4 more followers. So welcome. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I hope you enjoy it. Always feel free to comment or message me about any questions or anything. I don't know. You want me to, if you have any requests of things you want me to sing. But basically, let's recap for the newbies. I'm a musician. I've been a creative soul since I was really young. And I'm just going through my catalog of music. I've written over 120 songs or something, 119. And so I've just been going through the journey from first song to last. And now we're on song 86, so we're getting up there. And Downpour. Now, I know there was a few other songs. Let me just go back in my book here because... so we did Consider the Birds was song number 85, and I did a music video to that. And that was something that I just... didn't really have, and I may have talked about this because it's been a while, but I didn't really have chords or anything for that song. It was something I made up in the car on my way home from work when I was having a panic attack. And there was this bird sitting on the lamppost in the rain, and I was stuck in traffic, and I just started singing about this bird. And so it was a melody and lyrics and everything that I created then, but the band never played it, and I never really sat down and like wrote the chords down or anything. So I been playing the keyboard a lot lately and just suddenly came up with a really sweet melody that sort of is heartbreaking to me. I mean, it's such a calming piece, and literally my niece and nephew love this song, and they play it, or that song, and they play it over and over again, and they literally fall asleep to it, and it's very soothing, but also very heartbreaking and sort of melancholy to me too. I mean, it really does represent a time in my life that I really was struggling with the anxiety, panic attacks, and depression stuff. So but I really liked how it turned out, and I liked how the little video I put together turned out. If you haven't seen that, take a look in my other videos, and it's called Consider the Birds. And so song 84, Inner Chamber, so I did do that. And before that was Torch Singer, and I think I did talk about that. So I kind of got out of order, guys, because I was really excited to record some of these other songs that are ahead of where we're at. And I think the next song, okay, the song after that is The Guardian, which, I don't know, never mind, 3 songs? Anyways, there's a few songs, and then The Guardian. I guess I can go over that a little bit more later because I've obviously already posted that one. And that was a lot of fun to do that video as me, as my main character of my book, Sapphire. Sorry if I'm going to be jabbering a lot this episode. It's been a while, so I'm kind of trying to catch up on things. But some of you are just here for the music, and you just listen to music and skip my BSing, I guess, and that's fine. But anyways, yeah, so The Guardian was a lot of fun to dress up like Sapphire for my Sapphire's Egypt series that, is still there in my life, and hopefully someday will be published, but we'll see. It's hard out there in the creative space, guys. And, my little artistic, passionate soul gets discouraged sometimes with the way things are in the world and in the arts. And, it takes a lot. It takes a really thick skin. And sometimes you just get tired. And you just kind of want to create and have other stuff have somebody else do all that other stuff, like a manager. That would be really helpful for me because yeah. Anyway, that's something else. But right now, let me get back to this song, Downpour. It actually had to do with my anxiety and panic attacks again, and that difficult time, and just the pixels and pixies and bullets and beer. I think. So my bass player, who was my boyfriend for a while, was really really into computers and everything, and sometimes that caused conflict for me. Now when I think back on it, I was really like dramatic in that relationship, probably, and just was immature for one thing, and just kind of feel bad that I like was kind of, I don't know, probably kind of annoying. But anyways, he really was into computers, and sometimes that would annoy me, and I'd want him to like not play computer games. But I feel like this is a lament that a lot of people have in relationships with guys who are gamers and stuff, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. And but at the time, I was just like, ugh, so computers taking over my life. And that was during the time, this is probably the late 90s when computers were starting to become a lot more part of our lives than they were, and I wasn't really for it at first. And so and the bullets, I don't, this may have been when one of my sister's good friends was shot and killed. That could possibly be why I put that in there, because it was a drug deal gone bad, unfortunately. My sister had a lot of friends that kind of had a time hanging out with like Asian gang members, and getting into trouble and stuff. People go through those things as teenagers sometimes, but yeah, later, he was killed. So I may have put that in there. I mean, he hung out at our house a lot, and so I hung out with him, got to know him. Really sad situation, left a little boy behind. But so that may have been why the bullets is in there. And then the beer, dealing with, people in my life struggling with alcoholism. That was another thing. So that was a reason for all of my fears, I guess, is what I was trying to say. And then the rest of it is basically talking about the way I feel having a panic attack. And that's just how it's nonsense and a lot of whatever, but trying to find the good and the bad, with I don't want to stop the rain from falling. It cleanses everything, because it really does. I think adversity is an important part of life, and a lot of times people want to shy away from it. They want to shy away from strong negative emotions. They want to put their head in the sand or whatever. And it's really good to face things. It's really good to accept. And that helps so much when you accept that you're going through these times, but also to understand that adversity builds strength and perseverance. And I was realizing that at this part in my journey of coming to terms with what I was struggling with. And it took several years and a great program that I did. And, thank God his help and assistance in showing me who I was and the value that I have, and how he didn't create me to be a ball of fear on the floor, not able to go out and enjoy this world or be an impact on life and people around me. So that was, real revelation that came down, a few years later from when I wrote this song. My book series really helped. That was actually therapy for me, writing that. And it just became this passion. So again, hopefully one day you guys will be able to purchase that and read it. But so yeah, I was coming to terms with the fact that a lot of good, like I said, my Sapphire's Egypt book series came about because of this, because I couldn't perform. I couldn't, I was agoraphobic. So, which means I had a problem leaving my house even. And I turned to writing as a form of escape, but as a form of working through things in a sort of in this fantasy world, sort of a psychological, I don't know. It was interesting just to see what kind of stuff came out. And that's what I love about writing, is that it really takes something in you and puts it out on paper, and you're kind of dealing, as your characters are dealing with things, it's helping you deal with things, because really it probably is you that's dealing with stuff in the work, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I didn't want to stop the rain from falling, because it cleanses things, it washes things. So that was sort of the point of that. And that's really all about this song. It's just basically about anxiety and coming to terms with it and finding the good, I guess. And also just kind of expressing sort of how it feels and sort of how all over the place it is and whatnot. So that's about it, I think. about that song. So yeah, I spoke a lot, and I probably said so like 50,000 times because I always say so, yeah, so. I'm trying to work on that, guys, but obviously I haven't been in front of the camera often enough lately to really keep, practicing catching myself saying so. So, that's it for today, but I will hopefully be back next Sunday with song number 87, Celestial, which is a nice piece. And until then, I may put out another Conversations with Milton. And you guys, it cracks me up because here I am talking in depth about the musician's journey, and it just really says a lot about the world. And I don't know, maybe my channel kind of sucks, and that's why I don't get like a ton of followers. But I just think it was hilarious that me talking to my cat about something stupid like using the litter box literally had like 2,000 likes in under an hour, or 2,000 views in under an hour, a bunch of likes, and 4 new followers. So it was short and stupid, and it had a cat in it. So that's what you need: short and sweet and sort of funny, I guess, and have a cat in your videos. And then maybe you will become a successful YouTuber. So anyway, but really that's not fully why I'm here. I'm here to just share my love of music. I'm here to share my journey. I wanted to kind of vlog this journey of me as a musician, to just have all these songs out there that I put so much into and so much time and spent, years performing. So that's why it's like a catalog for those of you who enjoy music and the journey of that. And those of you who don't, that's okay. I'll put more weird cat videos, and and then, Thoughts on Thursday. I don't really know if that's going to continue. I got done with the communism bit, and a lot of that stuff being in that realm for a while is very draining, exhausting, and frustrating. And I'm still very involved in that whole journey, more on my own, not so much sharing so much with you guys, but maybe a little of that might come out again. But I just really want to continue focusing on my art and my creativity and bringing that kind of stuff to the world, because that brings more positivity than sitting online and yelling about how stupid everything is. And believe me, it is. And I could yell about it, but I just want to be creative right now. So anyways, we'll see what happens with this channel. But again, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for following, and those of you who haven't unfollowed, because I have been MIA. So I will see you next week. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I love you and appreciate you.